Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. It's winter, freezing temperatures, a lot of snow, just the perfect weather. I like it so much. It makes it great for a pull-up workout outdoors. Basic routine, I recorded it uncut, so you'll see my execution form. And at the same time, I want to respond to a very frequent question that I received from you in the past in my previous videos about pull-ups. And it's regarding how much should you rest between two pull-up workouts done in a week. It's a very good question and I have the science answer for you, so stay with me. I have a very interesting book called Periodization. This is in Romanian, but you can find the version in English if you want it. But basically what I want to tell you is that pull-ups are glucose dependent. That means these exercises, it doesn't matter the variation as long as they are pretty tough for you. They are glycogen dependent. They will deplete the glycogen levels in your muscles, in the liver. It depends a lot on the intensity and the volume, obviously, but that needs a complete refuel. And so it makes sense when I recommend you eat simple carbs before, 1-2 hours before your workouts, and also some complex carbs post-workouts in order to refuel the tank, right? Those reserves need to be recharged entirely. But then I also invite you to generally have a pretty rich carbohydrate diet. At least that's my type of diet, and it works because like this you feel pretty strong and you can recover quicker. So what's essential to understand here is how much time required for these glycogen reserves to refuel completely. And the science or the muscle physiology says that we need up to 24 hours. It depends on the individual and how fast one recovers. Obviously, it's also genetically, I think, but within this interval. So if you've done, a very tough workout, then obviously you will need 24 hours. And this more so if you sleep 8 hours a night. It's important to have quality sleep and sufficient amount of hours. And then to have this carbo-rich diet. And second, this is very interesting because it's not only about glycogen levels, but also about how sore you are, or when you do the first workout, if you train hard enough, which I invite you in order to stimulate hypertrophy, because you gotta have a pretty high stimulus, but that's also dependent on your fitness level. And let me show you right here. So you have the stimulus here, which is generated obviously by your training. And that's the catabolic phase. It's phase 1, let's call it like this. And your performance will drop pretty much around here. And that's what training does. It destroys, it tears apart the muscle tissue, but not only the muscle tissue, it tears up the nervous system. So all the tissue needs repairing back. And once you've done your workout and you start to eat well, you actually get into another phase. It's called anabolic phase. And you have to reach what the scientists in sports physiology call supercompensation. Well, I don't want to bore you with all the details, but what it means is actually this is the moment where you're more inclined to repeat that type of training if it was hard. So from a psychological point of view, but also performance-wise, your physical abilities will get back and you will reach this supercompensation period. Here you feel stronger and more able to do a tough workout. And that's very important because the higher the performance it is, the much quicker the results will be. That provided you sleep again and eat well, otherwise it won't work. It doesn't matter how much you try. So what is very important for you to understand, because now we get back to, okay, but how many days or how much time should I rest between the workouts? Well, obviously if the workout is really tough, then you have to rest a little bit. And the scientists say that anywhere from 24 hours to 50 hours, you should reach your supercompensation moment. Well, again, it depends on the individual, but I think 2 days between two tough workouts, it's absolutely mandatory. So don't train 2 hard pull-up workouts repeatedly, one after another, day 1, day 2, okay? Just have 2 days of rest, reach this supercompensation phase, and then train again. What happens if you skip it and you train the next week? Well, in terms of performance, you will get to the point where you were the last week. That's at least theoretically. Practically, not so. But the supercompensation phase, if you see here the curve, it will decrease linearly towards the end of the week. So you want to be in this spot when you train. What I would do, or at least what I usually do, I do my pull-up workout and I wait 2-3 days before attempting another pull-up workout. It can be the same, it can be even tougher than that. Doesn't matter how in this video I show you basic sets and reps, but you can do circuits where you change the grips. You can do pyramid types of workouts where you start with high rep ranges and finish with low rep ranges. It doesn't really matter because essentially you're doing pull-ups. It's the same glucose or glycogen dependent type of training. The same muscle chain will work. What matters here is to really work hard. But, and this is a very big but, you gotta train in a way that you respect your capacity of training or your capacity to adapt to the stimulus or to the physical effort. And what I mean by that is that you shouldn't do a volume or, I don't know, exercises that are too tough for you in a way that will make you sore. It will make your muscles burn, will be in pain for a few days. That's not okay because your supercompensation phase will be pushed further away, right? So you won't be able to reach that phase in 2-3 days because you will be sore. So if you've done this, that's why it requires a little bit of training experience. It's why I put this workout here so you can see my execution. You can see that from a set to another, I at least strive to be rested, fresh and okay. That's because I have years and years and years of pull-up experience, so I'm used to it, I'm adapted. But if you're a beginner, do a workout, it doesn't matter how, see how you react to that. If it's too much, reduce the volume or the intensity, maybe longer pauses a little bit, or fewer reps or fewer sets. I don't know, you can tackle all these variables however you want. But you have to be fully recovered in 2-3 days tops. And then you can hit the same workout again. If you do this for 2 months, because pull-up workouts, I place them in the anaerobic type of trainings, and the science says that it requires up to 4 weeks to have anaerobic adaptations. So if you're patient for a full month and train 2 times a week, then obviously you will see the difference there. So I hope this makes sense. Don't forget that I have a training program on the website that you can download. It has similar workouts with what I show you here. Also a free PDF with a 2-week training program there. And thank you so much for watching this. Let me know about questions. I will respond in future videos. And have a great day. Bye.